Today on People Now, new details in the college admissions scandal allegedly involving LOUGHLIN and Felicity Huffman. We'll tell you what we've learned.
Giudice drama, Joe in ICE custody, Teresa responds to cheating rumors.
Country star Jimmy Allen is here talking ACM Awards and his debut album.
Also today,
we got
3, 2, 1.
Christian Siriano and Carly Kloss bring it in a toilet paper fashion face-off.
And we find our zen with a new hot trend, drunk yoga. All today on People Now. Fresh outs there for the thing.
Oh, very zen today.
What could possibly go wrong?
I think a lot of things.
We'll get to that in a bit. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Great to see you. Happy Pi Day, by the way, to all our math lovers out there.
Love math.
Eat some pizza for the special holiday, or maybe some other pie. I don't know. Today is also Throwback Thursday. We like to celebrate by taking a look at our weekly couch surfing guests.
So this week, Kyle MacLachlan is stopping by couch surfing, taking a walk down memory lane in honor of his appearance. We want to know, what's your favorite role from the actor? Is it Twin Peaks? Is it Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, or Blue Velvet? A lot of good ones here. Okay. Vote for your favorite in our People poll, or just tweet us your answer with the hashtag #PeopleNow.
All right, love that. And we'll check in on those results and take a look at Kyle on couch surfing in just a little bit. But for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. We start with this. Actress Felicity Huffman was indicted in an alleged sprawling college admissions scandal, charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud. But her husband, William H. Macy, is not named in the indictment. Macy is only referred to as a spouse, according to the indictment documents obtained by People, that charges Huffman of engaging in a scheme to donate $15,000 to a company in exchange for its help to fraudulently boost their daughter's SAT scores. Specifically, the docs allege the couple worked with William Singer, who runs a college prep business, and started the Key Worldwide Foundation that accepted the couple's $15,000 donation. Singer is now a cooperating witness in the investigation and has pleaded guilty to his role in the scandal. He's claimed that he met the couple at their LA home and allegedly told them a proctor could boost their daughter's SAT results by secretly correcting any incorrect test answers. According to the indictment, Singer, quote, advised investigators that Huffman and her spouse agreed to the plan. Now, the indictment also states that compared to the daughter's earlier preliminary SAT exam that was completed without any suggestion of cheating, Huffman's daughter's score improved by approximately 400 points as she scored 1,420 out of a possible 1,600. The indictment does not state whether the daughter knew about the plan. A similar scenario was allegedly discussed for their younger daughter, but the couple decided to wait and let her take the test first to see how well she did. Email and recorded conversations cited in that indictment show that Macy only participated in conversations about the second daughter, and this perhaps explains the lack of evidence required for a criminal charge. Now, in November of 2017, Macy spoke to us about how he and Huffman tried to raise their teenage daughters to be grounded despite having two famous parents. Watch.
Telling people to tell the truth and to be kind, that stuff starts early. We were smart. Felicity's a great mom, and we kind of kept them away from the business for as long as we could. They didn't even watch television until one time Sophia broke her collarbone trying to do a handstand, and so we put her in front of the TV, and she started watching movies for the first time. They're really cool young women and really fun to be around, and smart as whips, and they're above average.
Smart as whips. People was unable to reach a representative for Huffman and Macy. Huffman's next preliminary court hearing is scheduled for March 29th at a Boston court. Along with Huffman, actress Lori Loughlin and her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, are also among the 50 people charged in this alleged conspiracy to defraud and undermine competitive student admissions at elite colleges and universities. Loughlin was arrested Wednesday and later released on a $1 million bond. That's according to the AP. Her husband has also been released on $1 million bond. Now, speaking of this controversy, Hollywood is reacting. Let me just say, 55-year-old Dean Norris, who you may remember as Agent Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad, he took to Twitter Wednesday in a fuming series of tweets in reaction to the college admissions scandal involving Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin, and many more. The Ivy League alumnus clearly had some things to get off his chest with this tweet rant. He says, I got into Harvard against long odds via hard work and perseverance. Neither of my parents went to college. We didn't have money to even pay for SAT prep course, let alone bribes. Shameful. It's hard enough for working class kids to succeed without rich privilege taking opportunity away. He continued continued by tweeting, "When I think of all the kids who studied hard, stayed up late, had part-time jobs to pay for their college application fees, and then were denied rightly deserved places in elite colleges because some rich, quote, F-wads cheated for their already privileged kids. I'm disgusted." I mean, I think he's saying something for all of us here. Clearly worked up about the whole thing. Norris needed to calm himself down. He then tweeted, "I shall now breathe deep and go beat the bleep out of a punching bag."
Wow.
What do you really think, Dean Norris? All right, 46-year-old Italian immigrant Joe Giudice, who co-starred on The Real Housewives of New Jersey with his wife Teresa Giudice, or Giudice, it always changes, has been released from prison today and is in ICE custody. That's Joe. People has confirmed that Giudice was transferred directly from Allenwood Low Federal Correctional Institution in Pennsylvania to an immigration detention center where he will wait to appeal deportation. Giudice's attorney, James Leonard Jr., tells People his lawyers and his family are hopeful that justice will prevail and that Mr. Giudice will return home to his wife and 4 daughters who love him and miss him. Giudice first started his 41-month sentence for mail wire and bankruptcy fraud back in March of 2016. His wife Teresa, also 46 years old, served a little over 11 months in prison for the same crimes. She was released back in December of 2015. Now, a source has told People that Giudice will remain at the immigration center indefinitely while he awaits his deportation ruling. In October of 2018, an immigration court ruled to deport Giudice back to Italy after his prison sentence. While Giudice has lived in America since he was a child, he never obtained American citizenship. Immigrants can be deported if convicted of a crime of moral turpitude or an aggravated felony, according to U.S. law. Giudice filed an appeal against the order in November. We'll keep you posted on that. Just a few weeks ago, Teresa was photographed holding hands in Florida with a 20-year-old realtor named Blake Schreck. Her attorney denied that they were romantically involved. During a Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion, she denied ever cheating on Joe while he was behind bars. Teresa has also said in previous Housewives reunions that she would consider moving overseas. She said, "I mean, Italy is a beautiful place to live." But, guys, multiple sources have confirmed to People that she recently told her castmates that they'd go their separate ways if he was deported. Teresa previously spoke to People about her husband's imprisonment, saying, quote, "I never thought I'd be in this position. It's very difficult. We've been through a lot. I've gone through ups and downs and being angry, but listen, I have to stay strong. I have 4 beautiful daughters that need their mommy." All right, guys, now watch this.
Amy and I are happy to share with you that I'm running to serve you as the next president of the United States of America. This is a defining moment of truth for this country and for every single one of us.
Well, it is official. After tons of speculation, Beto O'Rourke is running for president. O'Rourke is the Texas Democrat who lost a high-profile Senate race to Republican incumbent Ted Cruz. That was back in November. O'Rourke had been hinting at a possible presidential run for weeks. His announcement comes a day after he was announced as the cover of Vanity Fair. He told that magazine, in reference to the presidential race, quote, "I want to be in it. Man, I'm just born to be in it and want to do everything I humanly can for this country at this moment." That was his quote. And he told Oprah in February that his wife and 3 young children were playing a major role in his decision to take on a possible presidency. He said, quote, "I want to make sure that we're all good with this and we're all on the same page." Obviously, the family needs to be on board. That makes sense. O'Rourke started his congressional career in 2013 and served 3 terms representing Texas's 16th district before running for Senate. His Senate race against Cruz drew national attention for being closer than expected for a typically very red state. He first made waves across the country when a clip of him defending NFL players for kneeling during the national anthem went viral. In that clip, he says, quote, "I can think of nothing more American than to peacefully stand up or take a knee for your rights anytime, anywhere, in any place." O'Rourke joins a slew of other Democratic candidates vying for the 2020 nomination, a large list including Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren. There's still no word if former Vice President Joe Biden will throw his hat in the ring. That's being floated. A lot of people talking about that. We'll find out what happens. All right, on to this, guys. A huge story here. Greta Thunberg, the Swedish teen, yes, she is 16, environmental activist, has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Greta has been a prominent voice in the fight against climate change. 3 Norwegian lawmakers nominated the teen activist, telling the Norwegian outlet VG, quote, "We have nominated Greta because the climate threat may be one of the most important causes of war and conflict. The massive movement Greta has set in motion is a very important peace contribution." Greta was named one of Time's most influential teens in 2018 and has rallied and inspired thousands of teens worldwide to hold strikes in their countries with the hope that their leaders will act. She even called out lawmakers and governments at the UN Climate Change Conference in December of 2018 for their inaction. In fact, this Friday, Greta is encouraging teens to skip school and march for change. According to her tweet, almost 100 countries are participating. I'm shocked that she can get teens to walk out of high school. Just kidding. It's all for good causes, of course. Greta told The Guardian, quote, "I think we're only seeing the beginning. I think that change is on the horizon and the people will stand up for their future." After hearing about her nomination, Greta tweeted this to her 259,000 followers, telling them how thankful and grateful she is for the nomination, saying honored, very grateful there, the heart emoji. We say congratulations on that Nobel Peace Prize nomination. Well deserved, pretty impressive. 16 years old.
16?
What were you doing when you were 16?
Not that. Sneaking out of my house parties. I was
Nobel Peace nomination.
Yeah, it was pretty far
maybe
off from
the
that.
skipping class, though, that part.
That part, yeah, I definitely did that.
Almost the
I mean,
same.
good for her. That's very inspirational.
You got more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, I do. We are kicking off Star Trek today with one rosy Instagram. Kate Hudson is feeling the love with her daughter, Ronnie Rose. On Wednesday, the actress shared a sweet family shot of herself and boyfriend Danny Fujikawa cuddling their 5-month-old baby girl. So cute. In the adorable post, Ronnie is wearing a blue knitted hat and that adorable little smile as her parents hugged her. Kate captioned the post, "Love all around." Now, Kate is no stranger to posting about her baby girl on social media. She even shared a sweet video of them together on Friday to celebrate International Women's Day. Kate shares baby Ronnie with Danny. She also has 2 sons from previous relationships. She opened up earlier this month in an episode of the podcast Divorce Sucks with Laura Wasser. She revealed a lesson she learned from her mom, Goldie Hawn, growing up after her mom divorced her dad. So this is her quote. She says, "The one thing that I learned from my mom is that no matter what you're feeling and no matter what, when I see my friends talking bleep about their ex-spouses in front of their kids, I get so upset because they don't recognize how much that affects their child and how resentful their child will become of them." She went on to say, "No matter what, I never heard a bad word about my father." I think that's very important, by the way. And as for all of her exes, the star reveals that they all get along. She revealed, "It's funny, and we laugh about it. I never thought my life would look like that, but it is what it is. All I care about is happy kids, and we all make that the priority." All right, now watch this.
Who was at their first photo shoot with Mama? Good American. Baby true. Good American. Baby true.
Watch out! True is ready for her close-up. In Khloé's latest photo shoot for her clothing brand Good American, we see her joined by her 11th-month-old baby girl, True, wearing that bow. Khloé says it's True's first photo shoot with her, and that True was a star. Khloé posted this adorable video of her and her daughter from the shoot. They were matching, both looking fabulous. Khloé looked fully toned in her white crop top and faded denim jeans, while baby True looked spring-ready in a white dress, finished with a matching flower crown.
So adorable.
Very cute. Also loving Khloé's blonde bob. She looks great. Of course, True is rocking it. Now, Khloé has not held back on sharing photos of her daughter with her social media followers following the Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods drama, all of that, when Woods was accused of cheating with the father of Khloé's child. So we all remember talking about that all of last week and the week before. It was dramatic. A source tells people Khloé is figuring out how to involve Tristan in True's first birthday party next month, now that the entire family is furious with him. Rightly so. I'm curious how they're going to do that.
Let him submit a video.
Yeah, either way, we hope they all work it out. All right, moving on to this.
It's a commitment. It's what is it's like a
It's a phoenix.
Uh-huh.
It's a phoenix which
rising from your ass.
we didn't even plan that bit.
No, we didn't. But
that's
it's
what you get when you're a comedian. You can do that kind of thing.
Right.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Where was I? Anyway, yes, this is a phoenix rising from my ass, and I was about to say it represents something really important to me, but you know what? Maybe just.
You knew Ellen was going to ask Ben about this. The actor appears in an episode that airs on Thursday. I mean, the size of that tattoo is pretty big. Affleck received a lot of attention last March when he was spotted shirtless on the beach in Hawaii with the co-stars of his new film, Triple Frontier. In the interview, Ben admitted he didn't know the paparazzi was there and that the comments surrounding the tattoo weren't exactly positive, but Ben stood by his tat even after Ellen joked it looked like a phoenix rising out of his butt. Ben says the tattoo is meaningful meaningful to him and represents something important, saying, "I love my tattoo. I'm very happy with it." But this isn't the first time photos of Ben's tattoo hit the internet. He was first spotted with it back in December of 2015 when he was on the set of the film Live by Night. However, this is the first time we are seeing it in its entirety. According to a People source, Affleck had gotten that tattoo after a split from Jennifer Garner in 2015 while he was living in the guest house on the family's Los Angeles property. We have reason to believe Jennifer Garner isn't the biggest fan of the ink. In a 2016 interview, she said, "You know what we would say in my hometown about that? Bless his heart." That's all you need to know. She then followed up saying, "A phoenix rising from the ashes. Am I the ashes in this scenario? I take umbrage. I refuse to be the ashes." It's hilarious. But all tattoo criticisms aside, Affleck tells Ellen he is in a good place following his time in rehab for his ongoing battle with alcoholism. So don't worry about the tattoo haters, Ben. We're just glad you're doing well. All right, those are your Star Tracks for today.
Stay with us, guys. Do you know what drunk yoga is? Well, you're about to find out. Plus, we're breaking down the latest Housewives drama with our resident experts. Stick around for that.
Let's take a look at our People poll results so far. So in honor of Kyle MacLachlan's appearance on Couchsurfing, we've been asking about your favorite roles from the star.
What will it be? I'm thinking
Sex and the City. That's what I think too.
No, Twin Peaks!
Oh, well, that's not that surprising either.
And they just had the big reunions
and
stuff.
those are kind of close, so.
Yeah, all right. I'm surprised. I'm taking it in. I'm sort of taking it at Desperate Housewives 3, Blue Velvet.
Long show, Jeremy. We still have time.
Keep voting in our People poll. You can turn the tide for Sex and the City here. All right, let's move on to this.
Kyle MacLachlan is the latest celeb to swing by Couchsurfing to take a look back at some of his beloved performances. He's a great actor, has played some really eccentric roles throughout the years. Remember Twin Peaks? He was amazing in that.
Yeah, one of his other great roles was as the charming Dr. Trey, who was Charlotte's first husband in Sex and the City. Take a quick look at this one scene from him.
Sex life.
Well, the sex we had on the floor of your apartment was quite good, actually.
One time. That does not a marriage make.
Come inside. Maybe we can rack up a new score.
Remember, things didn't work out between them because of an overbearing mother and some problems in the bed. While MacLachlan talked about how it was a little strange to play a character with problems getting intimate. Watch.
Did you have any concerns playing a character who had, a bit of a problem in the nether regions?
Yeah, it was a little strange. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sort of known for eccentric, or at the time for eccentric characters. I was excited about the role because he was an Upper East Side heart surgeon, guy that seemed to have it all. We sit down, we talk, and they say, and by the way, he has mother issues, and he has erectile dysfunction. Mm-hmm. And I was like, really?
Really?
Thank you for telling me.
Thank you.
Sometimes, not so much anymore, but they would be doormen or something like that. I would say, hey, good luck, man. Good luck with that thing, right? You're going to be okay. Thank you. Yep, everything is okay now. It's all working.
All right, you can watch him look back at a number of his other roles as well when Couchsurfing drops on PeopleTV this Friday. And now watch this.
Girl, I'll give you my best shot.
That was a little bit of Jimmy Allen's #1 debut song,
taste.
Best Shot. We are so excited he's joining us now. Welcome.
Look, you give us more rights to that music, we'll play a lot more. I'll just say that.
Make it work.
It's great to see you.
I get to see you too. I've grown my beard in since the last.
You're doing it.
It's like 2 months.
And you connected. See, that's the
except
challenge.
for right here. I need to get a Sharpie and
just color it in.
Yeah.
Wait, it takes 2 months to get it to that?
Yeah, it's rough. That's rough. But I'm shaving it off tomorrow anyway.
Are you? Okay. All right. A lot going on for you. Congratulations on the ACM nomination.
You,
big things happening. The song Best Shots, your debut into the world of country music, goes #1.
Yeah.
I mean, man, how's your life changed if you could sum it up in the past few months?
Man, I can afford smaller jeans now. Nah, man, it's been great. I feel like when you work at something for so long, to kind of see it slowly start to pay off I feel like that's more of a testament to everyone else out there that's chasing a dream to don't quit. I feel like success doesn't have a timeline. There's no 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Mine took 10. Someone's could take 12, but I feel like as long as you're waking up every morning and you're pursuing something that makes you happy, I feel like that's what life's all about.
You're so inspirational. People that follow along with your story may already know this, but you first moved to Nashville with only $26 in your pocket, right? No money.
No money.
And then you
job.
navigated through it. Tell me how you got through those tough things, especially when you look at it now and the strength you had. What was it?
Man, the crazy thing is looking back, I was talking, with some friends at lunch earlier and just like, man, I don't know how, or breakfast, man, what time is it? I don't know how I did half the things I did, but for me, it was just like, I have younger siblings. and I have older siblings and friends, and my thing was I know my little sisters are looking up to me. So my thing was I felt if I gave up, the fear of them giving up on their dreams because I gave up on mine, it frightened me. So that's really what kept me going, even in days when, you know, living in the car, not eating, you know, working 2 or 3 jobs at once. But, you know, I feel like, again, man, life is, I used to get excited waking up thinking, man, today could be the day I get an email or a phone call.
It all changed, right?
Change life. And 10 years later, it changed.
Yeah. But you stuck with it, which is very commendable.
Yeah, you have to.
If you could go back and give yourself, you know, that guy just moving to Nashville with $26 to his name, if you could give yourself some advice back then, what would it be?
Keep being you.
Yeah.
Find more ways to be you. Be more of you. Be annoyingly you.
Yeah.
I feel like your vision of the world, you're the only person that has that view. You know, and I feel like that's what makes all of us special, is because we're all individuals, and we should dive more into that. You know, just keep being good to people. Don't quit. There's a few jobs I kind of wish I didn't do, but I'm glad I did it because I think I learned how to change a tire, which is awesome.
Okay,
That's actually,
practical.
yeah, not everyone knows how to do that.
Like my dad is like a man's man. He's like a mechanic. He's a plumber. He's a construction guy. Like all that stuff.
He handles it.
Yeah, me? Yeah, no.
You can change a tire. That's it. That's the thing. That's your thing.
I can't change a tire.
You have a new single rising the charts called "Make Me Want To." Yeah, tell us about this. What was the inspiration?
So again, I'm a sensitive guy.
Okay.
I go to Disney a bunch of times a year. I wear small pants.
It's my favorite thing about you, by the way.
Yeah, man, I love it, dude. And it's like, I'm typically in relationships, you know, I catch feelings fast first. So the song's just about being vulnerable and being like, it's okay to do it. And I remember writing it, and one of my co-writers was like, yeah, we got to toughen this song up a little bit. So he was like, all right, so we set it in the bars where the guy, you know, meets a girl at the bar, he likes her, you know, she's the center of his world on a bar stool. You know, they go outside, they meet, he kisses her, he falls in love. You know what I mean? It's like just saying it's okay to be vulnerable. If you got feelings for someone, tell them life is short, man.
Yeah.
I wish more guys were like you, honestly. Navigating the dating world, I wish more people would be vulnerable and just say how you feel.
Yeah, because I feel like you that way you throw your feelings out there, and they either feel the same or they don't, and you don't waste time.
Yeah.
You know, you either y'all make it work together, or you just go on and find someone that fits with you.
Don't be afraid to catch some feelings, guys.
Yeah, catch some feelings.
Currently out, you're doing the tour with Kane Brown.
Yeah, man.
It's really cool. Let's just talk about this for a second. The world of country music, to have, you know, two artists, successful enough, 2 artists that are also people of color, to go out on tour together. In the country world, that's a unique thing. It's a historic thing. Talk to me about that, how that feels to be a part of that type of moment.
Man, it feels great, you know. You know, because Kane's a good friend of mine now, and I got a chance to tour with him and Granger. We actually called that, so the tour was called the Live Forever Tour, but we called it the unofficial Oreo Tour.
Okay.
And then Granger quickly filled us in at the double-stuffed Oreo because he has the alter ego, Earl Dibbles Jr. You know?
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, but it was great, man. You know, just seeing how the world is a lot more loving than people might think it is, you know, because I was like, here we are in this arena, 10 to 12,000, you know, white people to see 2 black guys and a white guy. It just goes to show, man, that people out there are more willing to love and accept you for who you are than what you might think. So just get out, travel the world, and as long as you're good to people, people be good to you, man.
By the way, I found the country community to be really good people.
Oh, dude,
right?
the best.
Yeah.
Like it's country and Christian to me. The communities are so kind of hand in hand, you know. And I grew up. All my dad listened to was country music, and all my mom listened to was Christian music. So it was cool kind of having those 2 genres as a foundation. Then I got older, got in Matchbox 20 is my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
I'm actually friends with Rob Thomas now.
Oh, he was just in here recently, yeah.
Like, I
nicest guy ever.
Dude, he followed me on Instagram. I lost my weight. Rob, what up, bro? Yeah, so like we talk on the phone now. Hopefully we'll be working together soon.
Really? Little collab?
I'm pushing towards. I'm gonna keep bugging him till I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's just cool to see everything kind of transition into the little bit of success I've been blessed to see.
I love that.
So we know that you bring your son on tour. What is that like? Is he kind of following in your footsteps? Do you want him to?
You know, I try to give him every possibility, well, every option to do whatever he wants. Like his mom's a dancer. So, you know, she has him at the dance studio and stuff like that. I'm a musician. I played a little bit of sports, so he dances, he does, you know, sports, instruments.
He's adorable, look at that.
Yeah, some days he wants to do the whole doctor thing. Like when we were on tour, the cool thing is the last weekend of the Kane tour, you know, he came out and my manager was with us. So like he'd wake up out of his bunk and like I was still asleep like 8 in the morning. So like my manager took him to go get food and then he's bugging Uncle Kane and Aunt Caitlin all day and they love and like we played after the show we were hanging out one night and he was like, I'm gonna bring you guys milk. So he kept bringing me, Kane and Caitlin like imaginary milk and Kane was like, yeah, I didn't know that many types of milk.
That's adorable.
I love it. He's just part of the family, and everybody's just taking care and doing their thing.
Kane's crew, Granger's crew, everybody just you know, it was like family.
Let's talk about this. Nominated for New Male Artist of the Year at the ACM Awards. What do you do when you get that phone call?
Man, that I win or that I won or that I lost?
No, the one that you're nominated, right?
Yeah, like when I got the call, I was nominated because I was on a flight, and next thing I know, we landed, my phone's blowing up. People saying congrats, but they're not saying what for. I'm like, man, did it make me want to go #1 already? I was like, this is crazy. Then I saw Twitter and stuff like that, and I was just like, wow. To think 2 years ago, I was working 2.5 jobs.
I mean, just 2 years ago. That's like 5 minutes, right?
It's crazy, man. And it's like, again, it's a thing that just shows that your team you put around you. Because I believe no one achieves success alone. It takes everyone in your corner believing in you and giving their all into the job that they have to make the success happen for the artist. There's so, people might see me, but there's so many people behind the scenes. My label, my manager, my booking agency, my band. My band, they travel with me. They're away from their wives. And family, just like I'm away from my family. So it's just so many people. So the first thing I thought of was like, wow, all this work that my team has put in is like paying off. It's
We are so excited for you. We're also going to be out there, so we'll see you on the carpet. We'll be rooting for you and everything.
Much lighter note here. We know, as we mentioned, you're the super Disney World fan. We create a little Disney magic game. We're going to give you the name of a country music icon. You tell us which Disney character they remind you of the most. I think this is going to be easy for you, but I might be wrong. We'll find out. *1.
Carrie Underwood.
Rapunzel.
This is going to be real easy for you. I see it immediately. I didn't think of it until I saw it. Garth Brooks. Who are we going with Big Garth?
See, you know who he reminds me of? He's such a fun-loving guy. I say Pumbaa.
Oh, I love that.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just, it's taking me a second, but I got that. I like that a lot, actually.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton.
Fairy godmother.
Dolly Parton, fairy godmother. That's.
I'm still back on Pumbaa now that I'm just thinking about Timon and Pumbaa.
Man, I had a chance to hang with Garth. He was one of the nicest guys I've met. He's cool, funny.
Kane Brown.
Oh, easy, Simba.
Okay, that makes sense. I got that. I can see that.
All right, Scotty McCreery.
Oh, Scotty. You know who? Scotty.
It's a tough one.
Give me like 2 seconds on this.
All right, come on. Here we go.
That's 1 second.
And.
2 seconds. You know who Scotty reminds me of a little bit? I would say, you remember 101 Dalmatians?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The dad.
Oh, the dad.
Oh,
I was going to go on Frozen, like
him or Woody.
On Frozen. Oh, Woody.
Woody. Scotty did good Woody.
Oh, okay. All right, we're wrapping it up. Is that it? Oh, and then finally, Jimmy Allen.
Yeah, who would you be?
Oh, was it me?
Who, me?
Yeah, who are you?
Goofy.
You're Goofy? Why are you Goofy?
It's my guy.
Have you actually ever dressed up like Goofy?
Actually, a few times.
Your costume?
But that's my guy, though. That's my favorite Disney character of all time.
Real quick, we're out of time, but that big ring, I can't stop looking at it. Look at that.
LA Kings Stanley Cup. Quick story. 2014, my son was about to be born. My grandmama died a few months before. Music was going nowhere. I was like, God, if you want me to keep chasing this music dream, give me a sign. I go to LA Kings game and I walk in. It just happened to be the game they're celebrating winning the Stanley Cup. So to me, to me, this was my trophy and my something tangible to hold on to. God saying, you know, what you have to say has value and people want to hear it. So every show, every interview, I keep this on me and my grandmom's scarf. She used to always, when we went fishing, pick strawberries, she'd always wear this scarf. So every show, every interview, ever since she died, I keep it in my pocket.
Man, you are winning over the masses left and right. These are so
man.
sentimental. I love that.
Sentimental, man.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Today, guys, you can check out Make Me Want To off his debut album, Mercury Lane. That is out right now.
Yeah, man.
All right, you guys. Fresh off The Bachelor, we caught up with Colton Underwood and his girlfriend Cassie. They seemed very happy to be out in the open. I think they're really cute together, Jeremy. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, you got to talk to them. I'm jealous of this because it was like to get the vibe in person.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to know how they're going to build a relationship outside of all the glitz and glam. So here's what they told me.
I think just going about our normal lives and incorporating each other into it and just living like normal people.
Yeah, I'm very active. We both live very active lifestyles. I think that's something that really attracted me about her too. But you know, I also, right now I'm continuing to run my nonprofit and you know, she's in school. So we're gonna start supporting each other in that aspect and I've sort of just been trying to take care of her while she's doing her online work. She's incredible, and she has a very, very great work ethic, and I'm so proud of her.
You too. Look, people need to realize The Bachelor is one big fantasy, that leaving the world is where the real relationship begins.
Yeah, it starts when that moment they're back out in the real world. That's where it all becomes real. Look, there was some drama on their families fully being on board. Cassie's dad flew to Portugal to stop her from getting engaged and all that.
Well, and Colton's family wasn't fully into the idea either, especially after finding out Cassie dumped Colton. So where are the families now? Have they met yet? Check it out.
It's good. They always got along. It was never anything negative between them at all.
Yeah, and the thing about him not giving me, his blessing was, I understood where he was coming from and I respected it. I really did. And I value his relationship with her and how much she values her family's relationship too. But we've spent more time together. They've gotten to see us now away from the cameras. They've got, to understand like we had more time to get to know each other now. So our relationship's great.
Yeah, what about your relationship with his family? How's that kind of grown?
Good. We like FaceTime all the time. So I'm actually really excited to go out to Denver and hang out with everyone.
They're coming
we have
to
a few
Vegas.
things planned.
So we have a trip planned to Vegas where the families are going to meet and hang out, and it'll be,
Families haven't met yet.
They have.
Oh yeah. They have.
Families have met.
Yeah.
But briefly. So.
Okay. So now they're gonna have this big get together.
We're gonna have this big hangout. Yeah.
I mean, families meeting, Jeremy, that's gotta be a moment, right?
First time my wife came to meet my family, I was so worried. Woke up the next morning, she's already like downstairs in the kitchen making pancakes with my dad.
Oh, that's
like,
cute,
what?
though.
Nothing to worry about.
Anyway, we wanted to have a little fun with them, play a little game of who's most likely to, so check this out.
She uses too many paper towels and she leaves the water running while she brushes her teeth.
You answered that so quickly. You're getting quicker at answering those. I think he just holds it inside, but he actually gets annoyed with me. He just doesn't tell me. Yeah. The one I always go to is he leaves the rice cake package open to the air so they can get stale. And then we can't eat them.
I do the same thing with bread too, yes.
And bread and crackers
That's
and
my
everything. Me?
You? Yeah.
Yeah. Just like to start.
She just like casual conversations like mid-make out.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry. We both. I don't think we.
You're not very good at being lazy.
I hate being lazy. I like have to get up and go, and like that's one thing I think that drives her nuts too. I'm like a really big morning person.
Oh yeah, he always wakes me up in the morning. I'm like, let me sleep.
I'm the one that'll be like sitting with her coffee cup and my coffee cup, and just
I'm
staring at her, ready to like.
Yes.
As soon as I see her flinch, I'm like, here's
and
your
you
coffee.
can't get mad because it's so cute that he's bringing you coffee. But I want to sleep, dude. I think we all know the answer.
Luann was trying to buy a $6 million mansion in upstate New York. Who does that?
Believe me, I called everybody I knew for $6 million. There weren't many on the list. And Dennis was one of them.
She goes, I don't know why Dee's not getting me the money from Dennis.
Then she got mad at me and was telling everyone Bethany is a bad person because she won't give me $6 million for this house. Okay.
I wanted that house more than anything.
I know.
I would have sold my soul at that point.
Shocking moment there from last night's Real Housewives of New York City. Excuse me, we're about to discuss it and so much more that went down in the Hamptons, plus some highlights from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Beverly Hills. A lot to get to.
Here to dish on everything from the chic to the bleak within the Real Housewives world are People's Housewives experts, news reporter Dave Quinn, and joining us from LA, People TV producer Sam Belikoff.
Woo! Thanks for being here.
All right, so Dave, the moment we just saw discussing Luann's intervention and the $6 million details, very shocking, right?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that the final days of Luann's sobriety were really dark. We understood that she had had this relapse, but we didn't know to what extent all of this was going down. And this is the first time we learned, she had been honest about the fact that the lawsuit that she got from her 2 children preventing her from purchasing this house had really put her over the edge. listen, I didn't know that she was calling everybody asking if she could borrow $6 million. My phone wasn't ringing. Sure, your phone wasn't ringing. Nope. But to hear that Dennis Shields was one of the people that got the calls, Bethany Frankel's late ex-boyfriend who died in August, is really sad.
So all the intervention talk happened at the dueling dinners that we saw. Sam, what do you make of the cast alliances at this point as it's all unfolding?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of talk about being the blondes versus the brunettes, and then, you know, Sonia is a blonde, but she's sort of in the middle. I think Tinsley is also in the middle. I mean, people aren't really talking about her as, like, being in between, but nobody really can get mad at Tinsley. I think it's a great spot for Sonia, because if you remember, Sonia's, like, whole narrative is, like, she's always on the outside, and people don't invite her to things. So Sonia being the one that, like, Barbara is talking to and saying to call Luann, I mean, it's a good spot for her. So we'll see. New York girls come together. I don't think it'll last too long, but, you know, we'll see.
That makes sense.
So there's all this talk about who's invited to Barbara's clam bake, and then this phone call happens, so watch this.
Dorinda, what I would like to do and what I was hoping that you can do, because I want you there. I want Luann there. I said if you could just give her a call and be like, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you at Barbara's.
Barbara, I'm sorry. Barbara, we're not in that place. It's not genuous, it's disingenuous, and it's disingenuous to my growth and who I am right now. I'm not mad. I'm nothing. Right, she's neutral.
I'm neutral.
Barbara,
She's just looking to go there and hopefully they'll resolve their issues.
No, I don't even have to talk to Lou tonight.
Is that an animal farm over there? All right, Sam, what did you make of this moment?
To keep up with.
Right before that clip, Dorinda says, so I'm just invited to the clam bake, which is like, if that's not the most perfect Real Housewives line that you've ever heard. It's like, I'm just invited to a clam bake. I think that phone call was a 6-way call, so it's a 3-way call times double. I think that, like, Bethany's reactions were a meme in the making. The whole, like, putting the pillow in front of her face, that would be funny for me to do for the rest of this segment, just whenever Dave says something, or you just, like, be shocked to put the pillow in front of my face. But, I mean, I think that it's ridiculous. It's a call about a call, you know? And the fact that this is this whole to-do about maybe calling someone, I think that ultimately, Dorinda doesn't want to make the call. I think she should have, even if she thought she had to be right to win. I think it's funny that Bethany said Dorinda has to win. I mean, I love Bethany, but coming from her, I mean, she has to win. So all of these women, you know, they're very wanting to stake their claim.
Yeah, so Dave, do you think Barbara's involvement on the phone and in the episode overall made things worse here or better?
I mean, I think it made for good television, and that's what we're really here for. Barbara has been around the Housewives universe for a while. She's been paying attention to how this stuff works, and she really came in and delivered some good, strategic conversation. That's what we needed, right?
Yeah.
We needed everybody.
What kind of moves it along?
About it. Yeah, of course, and she did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, so ultimately, Dorinda decides to reach out to Luann after all, not with a phone call, but with a text. So watch this.
When you haven't forgiven those who've hurt you, you turn your back against your future. When you do forgive, you start walking forward. Tyler Perry. I mean,
She's sending you quotes from
you gotta
Tyler
be
Perry?
kidding me. I mean, it's beyond. A quote from Tyler Perry. How deep, 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 Dorinda.
That's pretty hilarious. Sam, what was your reaction during this?
I mean, this is truly, truly wild. I was a gone girl, to quote one of Tyler Perry's biggest roles watching it. The best part is that Ramona goes, before you see it, I think this text is fabulous, quite appropriate, and then we hear it.
Ramona does.
I also love that they all were like, well, we love Tyler Perry, but like nothing to that Luann said that. And I think the best thing about this really is that Luann lives her life you know, being able to laugh things off. And I was going to give you a Tyler Perry quote that speaks to that, but, you know, I'm not like Dorinda. I can't pull that up.
You can't pull that up? Okay.
There is one.
Let's talk about this. After all the back and forth, Dorinda doesn't go to the clam bake. After all, Ramona does, even though she was kind of disinvited. Were you surprised that Ramona went, Dave?
Not in the least. Listen, Ramona has been doing this for 11 years. She is the only housewife of New York who has never missed a season. She's been a housewife the entire time. She knows how this works. you show up at the clam bake. You're not invited? Great, you show up anyway.
You go to the clam bake.
Yes, and Ramona is going to do things as she wants to do them, and that's why we love Ramona. We're so excited to see her in this moment, and next week it looks like she's going to kind of come head-to-head with Barbara and with Luann and deal with this, so it'll be good television.
All right, what could be bigger than clam bake? Well, we've actually got more. Clam bake game. All right, let's switch. We're going to switch coasts. We're going to move to another episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, another chapter in the ongoing saga of Puppygate. Woof! There's no do it.
God.
We were supposed to come in together. Watch this, guys.
Lisa's saying she'd never spoke with John Blizzard, but someone told her something because she quickly let Dorit know. Teddy knows about the dog.
I've never even had a discussion with Teddy. I've never had a discussion with John Blizzard, ever.
So who told you? Where'd you get the information? Obviously, Lisa and John Blizzard had a whole conversation going on about that. You said Teddy knows, you better get in front of it.
Well, I just knew that if Teddy knows, or I know, you know, we all know, we start talking about it. So I said, you should go and talk to John.
It's supposed to be woof, not woof.
No, I think you really wanted to bark like a dog. Sam, what did you make of that scene? And also give us your best woof.
See, that was what I feel about that scene. Listen, I am a smart person, and I was gonna be topical saying my parents didn't pay to get me into college, and I only care about the Real Housewives. So all of my intellectual capacities go to that, and I still cannot figure out what is going on here. It is mind-boggling. Every week it turns, and it's like, Andrea, you were on Survivor 3 times. You're one of the best of the game. Like, what's harder, figuring out Puppygate or like figuring out if someone's gonna blindside you?
Oh, probably figuring out Puppygate. It's so confusing. I don't know who's in the right or who's in the wrong. We had Teddy Mellencamp on. She swayed me one way. Now I'm like, wait, was Teddy behind this? Dave, what do you make of everything?
Honestly, I have been keeping track of it. I've been doing an every question answered over on people.com, and I think that is, even me getting all these answers down is confusing. I firmly believe that we're going to find everything out eventually. Teddy had told us that this is only the beginning of like what we've seen, so I'm excited to kind of go on the ride.
But then she released some text and it didn't really sway me the other way. It didn't clear anything up.
Yeah, I think there's more.
There's definitely more, and John Blizzard sitting down with Lisa Vanderpump, like he has a lot of the story as well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see those characters start telling their
When Teddy was here, she was very confident that like wait until they're all out there. So all right, now let's move on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got the aftermath of the closet drama that ended last week's episode. Sam, were you surprised with how the whole thing was handled in that particular drama?
I was, especially as a producer, and I've worked in reality TV, like I get that you have to manage talent relations, and I could understand, like Nene wasn't there the whole episode, and that was a shock. I could understand she's the queen bee, the star, you don't want to upset your talent not filming with her, but the fact that all the other women didn't even film until 2 days later, it is shocking. Like even if your crew is traumatized, bring in like a B crew. Like I want to know what happened the minute after this fight, not 2 days later. They always say the Real Housewives is like literature, and I want to say that you felt Nene's presence in her absence, and that's what I would say in sophomore English class, and that's what I'm saying now.
All right, Dave, there was some confusing talk about Portia having to put her belt back on while running away. What do you make of that? Do you think we'll be discussing the belt again?
So the belt is Beltgate. We're definitely going to be talking about the belt. She seemed to imply that Nene took the belt off of her. But Nene has gone on Instagram Live and said that she never touched her with the belt and that was like completely fabricated. I think we're gonna learn a lot about it at the reunion, which was an explosive reunion. My sources have told me that what went down behind the scenes at that reunion was almost as crazy as what you saw.
Oh, really?
We're gonna see a lot of it in the next couple of weeks, so hold tight for it.
Ooh, a little inside scoop there.
Tease. See, I can do it too.
Yeah. Dave and Sam, thank you so much for breaking down all the drama with us. If you guys want to follow along with all the Real Housewives, make sure to watch Atlanta, Sundays at 8, Beverly Hills, Tuesday at 9, New York City, Wednesdays at 9, all on Bravo.
Elbow underneath.
Oh, wait,
the right?
you have the back. Okay, hold up.
Well, you can't. You don't have to.
No, I'm tucking the foot. If you guys are tucking the foot, so am I. Wait.
We'll give you 5 minutes.
Now, what do you want me to do? Trying, tucking the leg. Eli Walker of Drunk Yoga came to show us how it is all done in her own style, which happens to be called Drunk Yoga style.
So here's the story of Drunk Yoga. Eli came up with the idea a little over a year ago in a bar. At the time, she was what she calls a sober yoga teacher. Well, in the bar, she was talking to the bar owner who said he couldn't even touch his toes. But after a couple drinks, he tried it. He could do it.
Magic.
That's how Drunk Yoga was
He could
pretty much
touch his
born.
toes after that. And then you fast forward, Eli's Drunk Yoga class has gone viral. Now she has her own book, Drunk Yoga, 50 wine and yoga poses to lift your spirits. Take a look.
I break down 50 of my favorite yoga poses in sort of a fun, cheeky, humorous way and tell you how to do it with a glass of wine in your hand. So there's great illustrations and a description of all the poses.
Yeah, a lot of nice wine puns in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of puns. Yeah.
As puns go,
Why
these are
not?
pretty
That's
decent.
my favorite. Why not?
Why not? Well, hey, I feel like I'm
negativity.
probably gonna get hurt doing this, but I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Should we break it down a little bit?
Let's do it. I like to start with intention setting just to help you feel grounded. Think about something that you're grateful for, something that you'd like to manifest. Rise your wine above your head. Okay, no spilling. As you exhale, fold yourself all the way down. So just lengthen your spine and then take a little sip.
Okay, I was in this before, and now these few sippies of wine.
I know. It takes a very specific element of focus, but you sort of care less, right? Like about being perfect.
I don't
you're
care
just
about
sipping
anything
wine.
right now.
You're gonna bring it down to your waist, and we're gonna go around our waist. Oh,
I
you
actually did spill.
Oh, spilled. So what does that mean?
So now she has to say something she loves about herself.
Oh! I love how good I am at Drunk Yoga.
All right, this is a good opportunity for the, oh, it's Andrea.
What else to do for there?
Dance move.
Oh, yeah. Hip and hip shake, hip and hip shake.
All right, I have a partner exercise. You're gonna bend your knees right in front of your partner, very similar to a chair pose. You have the wine in your right hand and bring it behind you. And then you grab onto your partner's wine under their legs. And cheers. And you can take a sip. And now I will watch you.
Okay, wait, so.
So, down.
And then
You
grab
grab
hers.
grab mine.
Dear HR, at approximately whatever time of day, I did this weird wine swap with my co-host. Cheers.
All right, so we're almost done here. You're gonna put the glass of wine like a foot in front of your feet. Shake out your legs, rise your arms, big smiles, and then reach for the wine. If you can reach it, you can sip it.
Oh, wow. This is actually gonna be legit difficult. Okay, ready?
Let me just reach forward.
I am not gonna get that.
Remember our like negativity, self-deprecating rule?
Okay.
Exhale.
You got it. Oh my God.
Woo!
The right motivation, people can do literally impossible things.
We really liked that.
It was a lot of fun.
It was.
It's not really drunk.
No, you
that's-
don't actually get that drunk.
Right.
But it's fun to have to balance
Yeah.
the glass and everything.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. Eli also has a yoga retreat coming up called Drunk on Joy, which will take place at a yoga retreat center in Tuscany in the middle of some wine vineyards.
Okay,
Sounds really fun.
Please take us with you. We'll do another
It's happening
segment.
May 15th through May 22nd. So if you want to learn more about the Drunk on Joy retreat, head over to www.dodrunkyoga.com.
There you
All
go.
right.
So much fun.
Yes, now Project Runway is back and there are a lot of changes. Model Carly Kloss is hosting and CFDA fashion designer Christian Siriano is this season's mentor.
Well, the two are very close indeed. Take a quick look at this.
I feel like we're family at this point.
No, okay.
But
Yeah.
there are new parts of you.
I know,
that I'm
you
like,
always
oh, I didn't
learning.
see that tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. I was just saying, I was doing an interview on the way here, and somebody asked me if Carly was like so nice, and I was like, no, it's like she's so nice. It's like a little annoying. I'm like, why is she so in such a great mood all the time?
Yeah, like
I'm like, have a bad day. No,
I have.
I know you do. I
You've
know.
seen them.
No, she does. But she's just such a joy on set every day, so it was like so nice.
Yeah.
I paid him to say that.
The show's premiere is right off the heels of Christian's big Oscar night. He designed probably one of the most talked about looks of the evening, and maybe ever, the jaw-dropping tuxedo gown worn by co-star Billy Porter.
Yeah, Christian says the reaction that he got from young kids was really great to watch.
Was unreal. Like, we weren't really prepared because I didn't really have a fitting, and we like made it in like a week, and it was very fast. But I think it was so moving for so many, like that, like again, these like reading these emails from like young kids being like, oh, I feel like I can dress how I want to dress to go to school. Like, it was almost like all these people felt like they could be them because it was such a big stage. It's a world stage, the Oscars. So he just was like, I just want to wear a gown because that's what he feels good in.
Yeah.
You know? So that was pretty amazing.
Look, that was definitely one of the most talked about moments, that entire look, and Billy
was
became a highlight of the
amazing.
Oscars. Great to hear how much it even traveled, kids knowing about it. Obviously, Christian and Carly both know their fashion. Do they know really cheap fashion, as in single ply, perhaps?
We challenged them to create an outfit using only toilet paper for Jeremy and our producer Natalie in just under a minute. So take a look.
Are you ready?
Okay,
Are you ready?
We got
3,
this.
2, 1, hit the clock, here we go. Let me get.
Wait.
Avoid
Okay, wait, hang on.
It's single ply, so this is
It's single ply. Can't you afford a little bit nicer toilet paper here at People?
This is all from the building,
Come on.
guys. We like to cut
Okay,
costs,
arms
and
up.
this is one of those places.
Wait,
sorry
don't,
to
not
say.
too much, not too much.
45 seconds left. Thanks for the choker. I heard they're already out, though, so I'll take your word for it.
Mine's a little bondage.
Okay, the bondage.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. Actually, that's a sexy
It's
twist.
something that, like,
Yes, this is a
I'm
proper
giving you a
situation.
stage look.
What's a stage look? Is that right?
Yeah, you're good. You don't
12
feel it.
seconds. Okay, can I let go? Okay, 10,
Yeah, off
9,
the shoulder.
8,
It's an asymmetrical
7,
bondage.
6,
Oh, I give up. No, this is
5,
good. I think it's the
4,
look.
3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Drop that TP, Carly Kloss.
So beautiful.
Okay, let's just take a second to explain the look. Carly, you should probably
Okay,
go first.
so this is an off-the-shoulder asymmetric bodysuit situation. It's not very practical, but when it's fashion ever, it's really just for a statement look.
Yeah.
Actually, quite chic.
That it? Okay.
She can like dance, but not. with her
Yeah,
arms.
it's also, yeah, some mummy vibes.
Yeah, some mummy
That's
vibes.
great. All right, and Christian, I don't think this is safe for work. Oops, that already fell.
Well,
what the
I
heck
felt like
is this?
I felt like it was. I was going for a stage like bondage performance look. I felt like you needed that. You know, you're quite broad, so I didn't have a lot of time.
Literally the first time anyone's ever said that. Thank you. Wait, I want to get a little.
In the back.
Who's the judging staff
Trying to
here?
get some face. We'll judge later, guys. Silent judgment now, and real harsh judgment when this airs.
I feel like they needed a few more minutes to really.
No. Christian, that was perfect. I'm surprised that it was anything other than just a full mummy,
I
like
love
all the way
hearing
down.
them describe the looks. That's the best part.
Any strategy at all is ridiculous. Oh, there we go. I'll never forget that.
Nice, Jeremy. It's a look, that's for sure.
It's a Luke. Project Runway premieres Thursday, March 14th, 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo.
That was really fun. We should do that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, here's the thing about that. With people like that, those types of designers and people that actually have insight into fashion, even something as ridiculous as the TP, they can actually add like strategy to it, right?
I mean, it's better than the average person can do with 45 seconds.
If you think about Christian Siriano, though, in his time on the show, he would, I mean, it wasn't that ridiculous, but he was able to put things together out of nothing. So anyway,
Yeah.
I feel proud to have been his subject. Coming up tomorrow, Clinton Kelly is here talking all about hosting the new season of Spring Baking Championships.
Plus, the Countess, Luann de Lesseps, is breaking down all the drama on this season of Real Housewives of New York City and giving us a look at her very own cabaret tour. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from hometown stars Ben and Aaron Napier. Bye.
Bye, guys.
We're Aaron and Ben Napier, and this is One Last Thing. The last thing that made us laugh out loud.
Our friend Jason surprised us by showing us that he had 2 fake teeth.
What's great about this is that he's from Alabama, and like, there's this stereotype about people from, you know, backwoods country, southern towns. And so he...
Which we are from, by the way.
Yes, we are. We are those people, so we can say that.
The last time we were inspired.
Every morning when I wake up and look at you.
Oh, wow.
Our last home improvement is still going on.
Our house is in
Right.
total shambles at this moment.
We're needing to move our electrical box, and our driveway is currently dug up, and those are 2 things that we were not expecting. But we're here with you guys, and so we're not there to help that.